Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another episode of the Pokemon Legends DLC playthrough. If you saw the last episode of the DLC, not the ranked battles that I've been doing in between episodes, because to kind of take a break from it, every so often to get some ranked battles under my belt, that kind of thing. We beat the base, I guess, story of the DLC. So now we can do the post-story DLC, which pretty much means we're going to try and find the Pokemon that Ansha is trying to find, which we all know is the Rayquaza. Yeah, we're just going to play through it, try and get as much done this go-around as possible. And, yeah, so I just got to get, team put back together as I do, because I was putting teams together, and yeah, this not a bad team overall. It's really not that bad. It's just I gotta just swap it out, just do that real quick, easy peasy lemon squeezy. But yeah, I did get some more, just fill some stuff out. But I did, however, because I showed off last time in the previous ranked battle vid, got me a shiny Dratini. Because it was raining, I was trying to find another Gumi, just because. And just by running around and just while it was raining, I was like, I'm gonna just check the restaurant, the building near Restaurant Lenon, to see if anything is there. Because it's just funny, because I had a YouTube video on the side, and the shiny sparkle was going off. So I was like, it probably could have went off at some point. Let me just check real quick, and lo and behold, the fabled Dratini building had a shiny Dratini on it. Obviously not an alpha Dratini, because otherwise that would have been amazing. But it is still a shiny Dratini, and I am okay with that. I don't know if I will evolve it all the way, because I still want to be on the lookout for the alpha shiny Dratini, so I can have a shiny alpha Dragonite for reasons. But yeah, so gonna be going through the story. I was wanting to do this hyperspace right here, but it's like, hey, you have somewhere else to go. But there's a Phoebus right there. I could get me a Phoebus. I could get me 2 Phoebus. And then hopefully later on get one with a Milotic in it, so I don't have the whole trade thing and whatnot. But yeah, so if I remember correctly, after the whole thing with Darkrai was over, we still have whatever stuff to do with Corbeau, because he needs to talk to all of us. At the Rust Syndicate building. So we're here, and we're still gonna be going through all this stuff. And yeah. Like I said, we try to go do this one. It's like, hey, you should hurry on to your destination. It's like, all right. Because again, I'm hoping we can get to that one. I'm hoping by going through the story, it'll kind of just be like, hey, here's like these bonus hyperspace areas that you can go into. Because I'm wondering if it's sparkling because it's like a guaranteed shiny. If it is a guaranteed shiny going through this, bruh, that's gonna be kind of dope. So we'll see. I'm also gonna mess around with the mic position for this one as well. So if it's good, just let me know. I'll keep it as is, but if not, I'll try and figure something out. But yeah, so let's begin and enjoy. Look who it is! Funny, I was just about to call. Listen, while we were searching for Darkrai, we detected some odd readings in two other places. These readings led us to a distinctive pair of brightly hued hyperspace distortions, where we've started referring them to other colors, the ruby distortion, the sapphire distortion. I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot. I totally forgot that Groudon and Kyogre are in this because if I remember correctly, there was like a screenshot or something like before the DLC came out, where there was a Groudon like looking donut. If it is just like with Darkrai, we had to get specific and make a donut and add this secret ingredient into it to get this donut to do this hyperspace. It makes sense, but I totally forgot about it. I totally forgot about it. We thought reaching out to Mademoiselle Ansha might be a good first step to learning more. Your encounter with the legendary Pokemon in Hyperspace Lumiose kickstarted this wild ride. Maybe telling us more will unearth a clue about how to approach these colorful new distortions. Alright, I'll share what I can. And that's the whole story. Very interesting. I can just about guarantee that the Pokemon you're after is called Rayquaza. Or Rayquaza if you want to go that route, because, you know, I say Rayquaza because it sounds better to me. Your description of it matches one I heard a long time ago. Wow, you sure know your stuff, Kubo. Well, see, there was this one fellow who took care of me when I was just a little runt. He was the boss of an organization from Kanto who just happened to visit Lumiose. He knew a lot about the myths and legends of the Johto and Hoenn regions. They're not alluding to Giovanni, are they? Wait, what is it? Are we talking about like the Rayquaza from the Hoenn region? What, you think there are other Rayquaza flying around out there? Yes? Yes. If the Hoopa movies are to be you know, a glimpse of what Hoopa can do, yes. 1000% yes. Not to mention, I think it's the Horizon anime, there's a shiny Rayquaza in addition to the regular green Rayquaza. So it kind of stands to reason. Yes. I mean, not really, I'm just surprised. Look, I'm just telling you what I heard. Keep in mind, it's all secondhand info from years ago. Actually, you could probably tell us more about Rayquaza yourself. You're from Hoenn, yeah? Oh, yeah, I am, sure. Back in Hoenn, we've got these old legends. I'm talking real old. They tell of two legendary Pokemon. The first is Kyogre, maker of oceans. Then there's Groudon, maker of land. Kyogre and Groudon were locked in this fierce battle. Apparently it was the legendary Pokemon Rayquaza that put a stop to the fighting. Quite right, Lita. How wonderful to find another Rayquaza enthusiast. We should swap notes later. I mean, sure, we can do that, I guess. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure these new distortions are linked to Kyogre and Groudon, and dealing with those two might lead us to Rayquaza. According to our calculations, you'll need special donuts to reach the pockets of hyperspace lumios into which Kyogre and Groudon dwell. Just like how you found Darkrai, eh? In that case, you know what you've got to do. Consider this your official survey request. But don't go yet. I forgot one thing. We've started picking up some distortions with rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon you've already battled and calmed before. Couldn't tell you why, maybe it's your own subconscious memories influencing things. Anyway, these rogue Pokemon are dangerous, but beating them would yield lots of survey points. So they're not gonna be shiny? So... they're just rogue mega battles. Huh. Certain Hyperspace Distortion newly appearing on your map could change to battle rogue mega Pokemon you already defeated. Post extreme, they have a little bit and would reward your losses 30 points of rare Hyperspace berries. Huh. That's all for me. Good luck out there. And the grind resumes. Yay. Yay. 70,000. Goodness gracious. Well, I know what I'm gonna be doing for the next couple hours, so... The grind resumes, and if, when we get all the points, or if, something else happens, we'll... cut back in, so... we'll be right back. Alright, so we're here at this rogue mega arena, which looks like the Mega Frostless. So that's what I'm just gonna assume it's Frostless. And yeah, we don't really have a good donut for this, do we? Yeah, I wanna have a good donut for this, do we? Can we beat it in under 4 minutes? That's the question. Can we beat it in under 4 minutes? Alone, by the way. So we're gonna try this. If we can beat it in under 4 minutes, this is gonna be phenomenal. Because we can get a lot of points from this. We get some really good berries. And we can get quite a bit of good stuff from it, so... Yep, it is indeed, Mega Frostless. Which I don't think is gonna be that bad, its eyes. I mean, we get 10,000 points from this, so... it's not all bad. Probably would have been a lot better going with the Mega Charizard Y, but... you know, this is fine. Boy, this is gonna be rough, isn't it? Yeah, we are not gonna. We might get halfway, but yeah, we're not gonna be able to beat this. Not by a long shot. Like we would need a 5-star donut. Just to even have a remote chance of even beating this. So that's good to know. That's good to know. So we're just gonna get way more berries and have to do the level 4-star hyperspace in order to get a lot better donuts. So that's good to know. So while this one is a no-go, at least we know moving forward what we'll need. So yeah, that's fine. Everything is a learning experience, and that's what we need. So back to grinding. So it is what it is. All right, let's do one more. One more hyperspace. And this should get us enough to progress. And hopefully be able to do the next major bit of the story. Because man, when I say it's been a while, like it's been a while doing this, I'm not even joking. Like it's actually been a long while. And like it's getting longer and longer to the point where it's like am I still having fun? Like, am I still having fun doing this, or is this more of a chore? But hey, we got it done finally. So there we go. We also got the dubious disc. So there's one less thing that we got to worry about for the Porygon. So I am totally okay with that. Ooh, we got another dubious disc. I will gladly take that because we will need at least 2 in order to at least get a Porygon 2 and potentially get the Porygon Z. Now all I gotta do is find the last Pokeball right here. But I did, however, find I found a way, which I kind of figure is like the best way to do like the 4-star hyperspace distortions. And what you want to do is you always want to go for the like this when it says like small hyperspace area, which is like little like park area place with the steps on the side. Generally what you want to do is you want to do this. That way you can get the Pokeball, you can get whatever mons you gotta catch and whatnot. Super easy, super quick, and just run around, whatever. Easy peasy. It's also the same ones I think they default to do the like the side missions for the rogue mega Pokemon, all that stuff. So it's this little area here, which is like the best one in my opinion to do this. Maybe also kind of shiny hunt because you can just run out, look at whatever, and if there's nothing there, and then you can just tell it like you just go back to the beginning and just keep doing it like over and over and over. Which by the way I gotta show off because we got some more shinies to show off before we progress with the donut making and all of that good stuff. which I'll show it once we pop out of here, because this is quite a bit to show. And yes, there's a Cyclozar right there, which I already caught. You know, we got that one, so we're a little bit closer to getting the Hyperspace Pokédex done, because we have the regular Pokédex done. So, because one of the ones that I was waiting to pop up for the longest time, and I'm so glad I finally found it. But it was a I believe it was like a psychic normal hyperspace distortion. And I believe it was a medium area, I believe. It was either medium or large, one of those two. Because it was the one where you had to do the Mega Crabominable. That like rogue mega battle. For that one side quest that we tried doing before, and we failed the first time, then we had to go back and attempt it again. So we just let time run out. Like that. There we go. But we finally have enough to do this, so I don't know which one we're gonna be doing first, Groudon or Kyogre. But we finally have it done, and I am so glad, because goodness gracious. Like, goodness gracious, like, the grinding is getting a little bit out of hand. And I said it before, where quite a bit of people have already said it already, but it's now getting to the point where I am having to spend so many hours grinding each survey out just to progress one part of the story, and then get to the next one, and it's like, hey, you have to do even more grinding just to do this one thing, and it's like, alright, now it's time to spend all day. That's pretty much what I had to do. I literally had to spend like a full day just to do this one survey, and it's wild. I'm just hoping that if it does break it up, like one Kyogre, one Groudon, and then finally Rayquaza, I just hope it's not too big of a jump. Because if we have to do Rayquaza and it's like over 100,000, do I even want to do it? Do I even want to attempt to do it? Like, realistically speaking, like, do I even want to do it? Should I just finish the DLC on my own time and just be like, hey, I got it done, and move on with something else, you know? But that's not what we're gonna be showing off today, because put that one there. I'll evolve it later. Same thing with the Squawkabilly. We'll do that. I gotta put the Cyclozar over here. See, what number is it? 19. There we go. There we go. But yeah, so I got a Marowak by doing one of the fire hyperspace areas. And then we got a couple in Indeedee. Got a couple of those. What else was there? Yeah, we got a Phoebus. So whenever we get the I believe it's the heart scale, we can we worry about trading that out and whatnot. But you will see right here we caught a Slowking. We actually got 2 of them. So if you go all the way over here, you'll see that we have this one. We got a Slowking. And therefore, we have the Lumios Pokedex done. So, thank God for the DLC, because we got Steelix, Scizor, and Slowking, and Aromatisse and Spritzee. All the trade evos is by the DLC, so you don't have to do the trade to hit level 50. You don't have to do the trades to get the Mons and whatnot, so you just do the DLC, which is easy-ish to do, but we got that done. And then also we got several new shinies to show off. So before I showed off the Dratini, but we also got a Magikarp, which is from when we did the Phoebus. I didn't have time to cut back and do it. And then while running around, got a Fletchling, which I knew was gonna happen at some point. So there we go. Then got an Eevee from another Hyperspace, and then while it was raining and running around to do another Hyperspace Distortions, we got not 1 Spinnerack, but 2. So we have a 3. We have 3 shiny Spinneracks. So I'll evolve 1, then into an Ariados. Even though I don't really have to, thanks to Scarlet, because I already have 2 on that. But we have a Weedle and we have a Trubbish. So we got some good shinies. Filling out the deck. So I am totally happy with that. But without any further ado, it's been a long time coming. So time to talk to Corbeau and I'm gonna get this baby started. So it'll probably just be like a straight cut from, you know, when we left the building to here, because unfortunately, other than, you know, like, granted, I couldn't cut into the shinies, like, in the hyperspace, because crunch time. And the other ones, I, you know, didn't really feel like cutting back in to show those off, but want to show those off anyway. So it is gonna be straight cut from there to here. But anyway, story. Glad you could join us. Why don't we order something before we get down to business? A good bite is a sure path to a happier day, don't you think? As long as it's shared with someone you feel comfortable with, of course. I mean, I'm comfy right now. It is cold outside. I am bundled up, nice and warm and toasty. Yeah. What do you want? The usual flamethrower roast for you, Dragon? Yes, ma'am. A drip coffee for me, and one of those great croissants Christian makes. That's it? What, is the rest syndicate pinching pennies now? Disappointing. Ah, Prism Tower, still a symbol of our city, for better or worse. You can see it from anywhere in Lumios, that's why it needs to be fixed up as soon as possible. That said, I still appreciate the effort you made to protect it, even if it did end up like that. Ah, we all pulled it off together. Sure, but just know I appreciate it. After all, sometimes the things that obviously need doing are the hardest to actually do. Anyway, let's get down to business. To get into the pockets of Hyperspace Lumos on the other side of the Ruby Distortion and the Sapphire Distortion, I was afraid. This was gonna happen. You'll need some special donut recipes. We put the entire rest of the syndicate through their paces researching and developing new recipes. Easy, Felipe. And calling too much attention to our hard work could come across like you just want a pat on the back. Let's keep it humble. We're all doing our best for everyone here in Lumios. Pardon me, boss. I didn't mean to be gosh. Goosh? I think it's Gosh. I was merely inspired by the noble tales you keep relating to us about the many sleepless nights you've spent analyzing all this hyperspace data. We'll send word to Ansha about the flavor profiles your donuts will need. Be warned, you'll also need one particularly rare ingredient. And what would that be? Don't worry, I've got this one. Grish, pal? Think you could spare some of that Hawaiian salt you sprinkle on your croissants? How did you know our secret ingredient? I suppose it's true what they say about the Rust Syndicate. You really do go digging up everything you can about people to hold as leverage. Nonsense. We'd never stoop so low. Privacy is paramount these days. Say what you will about grinding throughout the DLC for the berries and whatnot, but damn, the story is... If it wasn't for the story... I'm gonna be brutally honest, I don't know if I could power through the DLC. I'm gonna be completely honest, if it wasn't for the game being so good for the story, I would just finish this all, like, off whenever. We figured out your secret ingredient thanks to Felipe's perceptive palate. Don't underestimate Earth's Lowell's favorite taste tester. Very well, I did overhear your talk, and I can share our riches if you're working on the city's behalf. Thanks, buddy. Please use this well. It's terribly valuable. You obtain a bag of Hawaiian salt. Much obliged. I haven't sent Ansha the flavor profile data. Well, with that, I think the rest is up to you. I hereby leave the matter of Kyogre and Groudon in Team MZ's capable hands. But again, as long as we don't have to do Groudon's and then Kyogre's do more grinding, I am totally okay with that. Because, like, if we could just do this and be like, hey, just do this, you make whatever donuts and just, like, make 2 of these. Boom. Yeah, done. We'll see you later. I will be totally happy with that. Because I really don't want to grind out, like, 80,000, 90,000 points. Just to do the other legendary. Because that would literally be, like, an entire day, like, just to grind one out. It's gonna be rough. Which I'm already dreading for Rayquaza, because I know that's gonna be a lot. I'm just dreading it so bad. Hello, I was just reviewing the recipe Mr. Felipe sent me. They will be quite complex, like the one we used to find that fine Pokemon Darkrai. It's rather intriguing that the key to meeting 2 legendary Pokemon of Hoenn is Hawaiian salt. Quite a tidy solution, is it not? I guess it makes a lot of sense. Indeed, simplicity is often best. So what kind of donuts are we gonna make? Well, paying a visit to Groudon calls for a very particular flavor profile. We'll need at least 260 in sweet, 160 spicy, 160 sour, 20 bitter, 260 fresh. Damn. That will make us a mega old-fashioned donut for visiting Groudon Hyperspace Lumios. Okay, thank God. Thank God we don't have to do Groudon. Grind out more Kyogre. Grind out more Rayquaza. Thank God. And dropping it on Kyogre will take a donut with its own unique flavor profile. But at least 50 sweet, 50 spicy, 20, 210 and sour, 180 bitter, 370 fresh. So you get an alpha old-fashioned donut, which is probably got a hyperspace. Alright. I'm probably gonna write these down. Just so I'll be able to try that Omega recipe. But yeah, let me just double check. I wonder if the red is like what we need. I know it's 260 or... And then we'll need... Do I have anything? I think we barely just made it. I think just barely. Hopefully we got it. Let's go! Omega Donut has been crafted. There we go. We've done it. This is one of my finest works yet. Behold, the Omega Old-Fashioned Donut. Way to go, Chef Ancha. I doubt anyone could work berries into such artistic donut creations as you. Now, Hoopa can get us into the pocket of Hyperspace Lumos where Groudon is at. Please make good use of it. I'm sure gathering the ingredients was no easy task. Let's head to John Sector 11. I'm sure Corinna will be there waiting for us. Oh. Does that mean it's gonna be 3 of us fighting Kyogre? Ooh. Okay, so we need, a lot here as well. Do I have anything for... No. No, okay, so we need... No. And this alpha one is gonna be kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie. think we'll need. I think at least three Pi Alpha. Two Kasib. We could do 3 Pi Alpha, 2, 1 Kasib, 2 Babiri. And then we'll need. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 3 Pi Alpha, 1 Kasib, 2 Babiri, 1 Yash, and 1 Rindo. There we go. So now we have the donuts made, so that's all that's all I care about. Alright, the Alpha Old-Fashioned Donut. We've done it. I never made a donut quite like this one before. Behold, the Alpha Old-Fashioned Donut. Way to go, Chef Ansha. Surely you've got the most dedicated donut chef in all of Lumios. Now, Hoopa can get us into the pocket of Hyperspace Lumios where Kyogre is at. I trust you'll use it well. You work so hard to gather the ingredients after all. Head to Vol Zone 5, I bet Karina will be there waiting for us. Alright, so we have... So in order to get mission 12 done, we have to do 13 and 14. So I'm pretty much gonna be saving this one, which is obviously Mega Slow-Ro. I'm gonna be saving that for when we possibly have to do another survey or whatever. After we get done with Kyogre and Groudon. So this one was a lot of just, you know, exposition and just setup for the hyperspace battles. So we had a lot of grinding to do, and I didn't want to put any of that into this video because I mean it would be like a 10-hour video at that point. So rather just keep it just pure exposition as more like a little let's play kind of thing. But the main thing is that we have the 2 donuts created, so we can worry about that later. And yeah. So again, not much happened in this episode, but it was a lot of setup for the next episode where we'll be taking on both Kyogre and Groudon. And we'll catch those 2 amazing later use Pokemon later. So, hey, if you still enjoy the DLC playthrough, don't forget to leave a like, comment, sub, all of that good stuff. And I will catch all of you lovely people later. So you have a good rest of your day and or night, and I will see you later. Bye.